Okay, in this video, I'm going to explain to you how to use the PIXELLAB app. So if you're a beginner, welcome, you're in the right place. Just before we proceed, let me quickly run you through how to download the PIXELLAB app. So first thing you need to do is to go to your Play Store. If you're using Android just like me, you go to your Play Store and then you search for PIXELLAB. That is PIXELLAB, PIXELLAB. You can see this one right here. This is PIXELLAB here. So we have this is PIXELLAB, this particular one. So that is what you need to download. So because I have already downloaded it, what is showing me is open. So in your case, you should be seeing something like install. So you click on the install, wait for it to install, and then before we proceed. So when you open your PIXELLAB app, let me go back to the PIXELLAB app, just like we have it right here. Yes, this is what you are going to see. So let's section this now. Let's section this. We are going to have, so we have this area at the top. Oh, sorry about that. So we have this area at the top. Then we have this. Then we have this itself, number 3. Then we also have these guys down here. So we have these guys down here. So I'm going to be explaining all of this one after the other, one after the other. So when we talk about the plus icon, which is this icon right here, this icon right here, which is the plus icon, if you click on that icon, you would see that you have text, you have current date, you have sticker, shapes from gallery and draw. Let's click on text. Can you see we have a new text? You can move it. Don't press it down, just put your hand on it and move it. It will move. So we can create text using this plus icon. Now you would notice that this particular text has like 3 controls. We have one right here, we have another one right here, and another one right here. Or this thing wouldn't allow me to do that. Okay, so we have this, and then we have this. Now you see this particular one at the edge here. This one is the one we use to increase the scale of the text. This one is the one we use to stretch it, and this one is the one we use to rotate. So I'm going to practicalize it now. If you move this, I didn't hold it down, just move it. Can you see it's getting bigger, right? Then if you drag this forward or backward, can you see the text is up, aligning on a straight line? So that is what that one does. And this one that looks like curve, if you move it, you can see curve, right? So this takes us to the next icon we'll be talking about, which is this particular icon, the undo icon. Now that I've been able to rotate my text, but I don't want it to be this way, so the next thing I'm going to do is to click the undo icon, and it takes me back to scratch, right? So let's quickly talk about the plus icon again. The plus icon, the next thing we have a current date. Can you see, just drop the date there for us, just like this. Let's click on the next thing, sticker. So let's say we want to add this sticker. Wow, so we have this right here. Then the next thing again, we have shapes. So what does this do for you? It simply helps you to bring all of those things on board. Shapes, can you see shapes right here? Can you see I can use all these things, all these dot, they are called transform controls. Anyone at the edge like this is used to scale up or scale down. Anyone at the edge like this, you can use it to scale. All these ones at the side, you can use them to stretch. So if you look down towards this side, you're going to notice that we have a shape right here. So if you click on that, can you see you can actually change to other shapes? So I've been able to make this one circle now, but you can't see it because it is white on white. This is what I explained in my previous video when I talked about contrast. So what are we going to do now? We just come here. Let me change this to, can you see? Now it is showing. Let's say I want to add stroke. I can easily add stroke here. And you see, I can reduce the opacity of the stroke if I don't want it to be pronounced. I can change the color of the stroke to anything I want it to be. So I can change the type. Let's say this is a rectangle now, you would notice the edge. And I can increase the blur radius of the stroke. So let's go to this place. Then the circle itself, I can reduce the opacity. Let's say I don't want this shape I just created to have any color. I can just drop the opacity right here and then increase the stroke or reduce the stroke. So you just have to play around all of this and then you leave it at whatever it is that you want. Next thing you need to do when you are done is for you to click on this tick icon. Yes, once you click on the tick icon, this is what you have. Then you have your shape. So I can use this edge to scale it. I can use this to squeeze. Can you see? But when you do it like this, you are deforming it. So it is advisable that you don't do that. Instead, let me put that shape again. So it's advisable that you don't do that. You just always process from the edge. Always process from the edge. Then let's add stroke. So you may not need to add stroke to yours. Just adding it for the sake of this tutorial. All right, so let's see again. What do we have from gallery? Let's see. So when you click on from gallery, you can select any picture you want. You can select any picture you want. Let's say I want to include the picture of this lady. Remember, control from the edge. Control from the edge. So let's say I want to add a picture of this lady I have here, and then I'll just click and move this to the other side. Click and move this to the other side. Can you see? So I've been able to import a picture. What else do we have here? We have draw. What does draw do? Let's say I've clicked on the black. Can you see? I can actually write anything I want. And then you have the eraser or you have the reset. Are you getting it? So in this case now, I'm not going to click the check. I'm not going to check it. Instead, I want to cancel it. I want to cancel here because I don't want it to be effective. So what do I do? I'll just click on cancel. Okay. So I'll just click on cancel and that is it. Right. So we are done with the plus icon here at the top. The next icon we're going to talk about is the save icon. Now when you are starting a project, you need to first save as project. After you've done some things, you just save as project. YouTube practice. Yeah, so we've saved as project. The next thing is, let's say I want to export this now. I would just click on save as image if I want to export it. So when you want to export your work, you click on save as image, you come to this format, click on it, click on PNG, come to this default, click on it, and then click on ultra, then you hit your save to gallery. But in this case now, I don't want to save it yet, so I'll just go back. Now the next icon here we have is the share icon. Can you see? Just as if we want to save the same thing. Then the next icon is the quote icon. So we have different quotes here, you can see. So you can always copy from there. You have motivation, success, happiness, etc. You can always copy from there. And then we have these three dots that gives us more option. Can you see? It gives us use image from gallery, full screen, use image from camera, export image, image size. So all of these things you are going to learn to use them, right? So we won't be needing much. Use image from gallery, we already have that in the plus side, where we can import an image full screen. We don't really need full screen right now. Can you see? Use image from gallery is still performing the same function. Now let's say I want to delete something. I click on this, and then you can see this icon, this pencil. If you click on this pencil now, the first icon here is the copy icon. Can you see it has duplicated it? If I click it on it again, look at this icon here. It says width height. Can you see? Can you see it is scaling it? Okay. When I click on it again, I have this one that talks about the positioning. Can you see? Positioning, alignment, center. Can you see? Down, right, left. So you can just play around with all of this. Let's click on it again. The next icon is the rotate. You can see, right? So the next icon again is bring to the front, bring to the back. So let me click on this. You can see nothing happened, right? Let me click on this. Can you see? It went back behind the new text. I'll do that again. Let me bring it here. It is behind the new text. Now if I click on this, this is sent to the front. Can you see it is in front of the new text here? And then I can send it to the back to be behind the new text, right? So that's that about that. We've talked about this icon, which is the undo icon right here. We've talked about the undo icon. Now let's talk about this icon, which is the zoom icon. Can you see, once you click on it, you can use both fingers to pin and expand, and then use one finger to move. When you get another place, you pin and expand, use one finger to move. Then once you are done, you just click um on this zoom icon once again, right? So another thing you need to note, okay, I didn't talk about the recycle bin icon. So let's say I want to delete this particular sticker. I have selected it. Can you see, when you select anything, it's like there's a rectangle around it. So I've selected this. Now just click on delete, right? Can you see? So it is gone that way. So let's quickly talk about the grid icon, which is this. So when you click on the grid icon, you have all these grids, and then if you look down here, you are going to notice that there are two icons here. So when you click on this one, it gives you control over the grid. So you can move this up, you can move this to the side, you can move this down, you can move this to the side. So what if I want to delete a grid? I click on that grid line. Look at this X right here, this X right here. So once I click on it, can you see, it has been deleted. What if I want to bring a new grid on scene? Now there are two ways to bring a new grid on scene. We have the vertical, and then we have the horizontal. So depending on what you want to bring on scene, so I'll start with the vertical first before I do that of the horizontal. Now in this case, now you can see that this particular vertical grid has been highlighted. So before you replicate a, before you copy a vertical, before you hit on this vertical plus, you make sure that you have highlighted a vertical grid first. So if I click on the plus now, can you see it has duplicated it for me? But if I click on this down, can you see it has duplicated an horizontal one for me? So let's say I click on this horizontal, and then I click on this. Can you see it duplicated that exact horizontal grid for me? So why do you need grids? Grids helps your work to be in arrangement. So once you are done, you don't want the grids to move, so you click on this icon once again. You click on this particular icon once again. So I'll click on it now. Can you see? So anything I do here will not affect my grid. My grid will not move at all. So it won't affect the grid, and the grid is not going to move at all. So let's quickly talk about the last icon at the top, and then in the next video I'll be explaining the icons, how to use the icons below. So this icon at the top right here refers to the layer icon, the layer icon. So I'll show you what it does now. Once you click on it, you have all these layers right here, right? So you can see that we have something like this padlock, the eyes, and I'll be talking about the padlock, the eyes, and the recycle bin. So what does the padlock do? Look at now, we are currently on this layer, the layer of this circle. You can see this blue line here. It shows you the layer we are on. So we are on the layer of this circle. So what do we want to do now? I want to lock this circle. What does it mean to lock it? Once you lock it, it means that whatever it is you are doing, that circle will not move. So when do you lock your design or your text or your shape or whatever? You lock it when you have positioned it in a place and you don't want it to move. That is when you lock it. So let's quickly see what that looks like. So I have clicked on the lock button. If I click on the eyes button, can you see it is now invisible? It is no longer showing. So this one either hides or reveals. Hide, reveal, hide, reveal, right? So that is what it does. So let's say I want to move this sticker on. Can you see? When I move the sticker now, it happened that the sticker went behind the circle. Why is that possible? That is simply because on the layer here, the sticker is below the circle. So if I want the sticker to show on top of the circle, what I would have to do is to move the sticker. So how will I do that? I will long press on this and then move it up, then drop. Can you see? Automatically now the sticker right here is already in front of the circle. So it's as easy as that. So you can decide to move anything above any other one. You can decide to lock, you can decide to hide, and then of course you can also decide to delete. Remember, I said when you delete something and it happens to be a mistake, all you just need to do is to come to this icon right here, which is the undo icon, and then click on the undo icon, and there you have it. So like I said, I'm going to continue explaining the lower part, the icons on the lower part, in my next video. So make sure to watch the next video because this video is getting too long. Thank you.